Okay, so we've gotten settled into the lodge a little bit, and let me just say, I can get used to this. We've gotten a tour. Noelle was kind enough to give us a tour and show us to our quarters that we're in now. And it's pretty nice. It has the essentials. We have a case to put our watch in that we're going to leave behind. We have a safe to protect our goods in case anybody decides to somehow use common sense and start investigating the person they just let in here. A sofa, bed, of course, all the essentials. What's missing, really, is we can't use... Seemingly they locked my dresser drawers. I'm assuming are my dresser drawers. Can't exactly store stuff in a lot of places, unfortunately. But I suppose it's ultimately what the ship is for, even though I'd much rather be here than on a cramped, dirty ship. But anyway, that's besides the point. We did get a little bit of a tour. I did do some snooping around as well, sort of get a bit of the lowdown. Everyone else is in the library. That's the room that we walked into, and I sort of gave a little bit of a peek through most of these doors. This is Mateo's room, apparently. And they have some things that I don't want to take off their desks. Sir Livingston's second journal, for example. I don't know who Sir Livingston is, but might be interesting. We also have storage rooms and a lot of other places as well that we can go through. For example, well, nobody's here. I guess it's a good time. A science lab, which I thought was interesting. As well as, I don't know if we're allowed to use it, but a pharmaceutical lab, which might be worthwhile to ask if we could borrow that, whoever's room that might be. Bathroom is here, that's nice, and they do really love their fine art, don't they? There's definitely plenty of paintings that are hanging around. I suspect this is Walter's room. Walter seemed to be the one who was most interested in exploring, and he has the Clark Lewis, plenty of old, this interesting wooden face sculpture, Aja Mamasa's diary. Which I don't know why they would have that. We haven't met anyone named Aja. Sebastian Banks's speech, cred stick. Yeah, so I don't know who's who, but I'm sure we'll get to learn. And then of course we have the library, but there's also here a full bar. They have a little bit of a rec room, a dartboard, bar. Can we actually use any? What is on tap? Erdbrau, light lager, premium pilsner. So there you go. And there was actually some stuff, exotic wood decoration. There was also some drinks in my room. There were some drinks left in my room. Sir Livingston's journal. What is Sir Livingston? Sir Malcolm Livingston's appointment to the role of Constellation Chair was controversial to say the least, as he essentially bought his way into the position. Nevertheless, Banks' contributions to the organization were substantial, as evidenced by this excerpt from his personal journal. In time, the others will come to accept me as chair, I'm sure. Until then, I remain committed to improving this organization to the best of my abilities, and if those improvements rely even more on my already considerable monetary contributions, then so be it. I agreed we needed a robot, but disagreed when the purchase of a newer Model A lunar robotics in the shadow of what it once was. Interesting. Lunar robotics isn't what it was. Instead, I managed to procure an original Model A, manufactured on the moon. Bought him for a song, found him rustling in some junk heap in Aquila City. I'm having him refurbished as I write this, and in a couple days he'll be as good as new. I've decided to name him Vasco, and like his namesake, I imagine he'll be as flawed as he is effective. My next step is renovating the lodge. Sebastian Banks has the good sense to name the building appropriately, but it's time to inject a bit of old-world grandeur. If we're to be the gatekeepers of art, science, and culture and exploration, our headquarters must express that. It's time I called in some favors and searched in those hidden corners of the settled systems to procure the things that would truly make this place come alive. There are some treasures from old Earth that desperately need an appropriate home. And that's, I guess, how you got an original copy of Dracula, The Origin of Species, Moby Dick, and Nicholas Nickleby. whiskey glass, martini glass. I see something that said stylish shot glass. Interesting. So yeah, they've given us a room, a place to stay. I took a nap. I looked into, I had some conversations with Vasco, and he helped me get at least a little bit more familiar with the ship's systems on the starship, and we are now able to target control systems. So we're able to look at specific, if we ever do get raided by pirates again while flying around the frontier, we can actually lock on to specific parts of the ship, thanks to Vasco for giving this. While I don't like the idea of flying it around myself, at least we can be a little bit more adept at taking care of hazards when they do come along. I also asked if we could get a little bit of a training on the boost pack, and Sarah was gracious enough to show us some of the fundamentals of flying around. And then in my own time, I did spend some time studying a little bit of the laser weaponry. I've always been more fond of the laser weapons over the conventional ballistic weaponry that we do have. So I spent some time, took apart the weapon, put it back together, specifically this, not the cutter, but this Solstice pistol and the Equinox rifle that we have. Put them back together myself, so learned a little bit more in that. So I was able to spend some time doing quite a bit of studying, and I feel oddly more equipped to get back out in the field. Well, I say oddly, significantly more prepared to get back into it. And we did not discover, it's just a balcony, an overlook to New Atlantis. Interesting. Okay. I do understand why Constellation might look at the stars and say, why don't we go there? Each of these is a new star just waiting to be discovered. It's also interesting that they sort of have the sound of chirping frogs. That I remember, there were some vids I listened to. Of the sounds of Earth a while ago. And it's oddly familiar to what Earth seemingly had. Unless somebody just recorded this and said, hey, nobody will know actually what Earth sounded like anymore. Let's just sell this for quite a bit of money. And they conned me out of several hundred credits. Anyway, we have some... Oh, we could scan it from all the way back here, can we? Not the Cliff Laurel, but we scanned some chlorine. What else? Lead. We've already scanned lead on another planet. And there's some interesting things that we could go off and discover. Multiple structures with sort of this plant symbol that we could go off and explore on our own if we really wanted to. But there's the commercial district that we haven't been to. There's the mass district that we're currently in, and there's also the residential district that we could go off and explore just in New Atlantis alone. There's so much to do here. But first and foremost, before we depart, there's also that. You see, I'm not too keen on the idea of wandering around New Atlantis at night, although it seems safe. It's usually the safest places. A bit breezy out here, I guess. It's usually the safest places that you have to worry the most about. So, Sarah, who's oddly still awake. What time is it exactly? How would I... It is 18 local time. Interesting. 22 universal time. Yeah, gonna have quite a bit of issues getting used to...
I am at your service, Captain.
I don't know why you keep calling me Captain. I'm pretty sure Vasco is your captain. Or Vasco. You are Vasco. I'm pretty sure Barris is your captain. But yes, let's go speak to... Where did Sarah go? Oh, she's behind her desk.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
No, and you definitely seem like the most...
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full time.
The Eye. What is the Eye? Should I ask about the Eye? I'll talk to you in a bit, Mateo, but first and foremost...
Can I help?
Yes,
Whenever you're
you
up
can.
for it, we have work to do.
Listen, let me just say that you've absolutely been able to pique my interest, and I think I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
I know the UC Vanguard. I'm well aware of the UC Vanguard, but what's your take on them exactly?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
I suspect after the, what is it, Aquila kind of, the Freestar Collective had those settler ships or something along those lines. I didn't read too much about it, but yeah, other people, they can just pass them. So it's not about just unearthing that. You guys haven't had visions. It's either I'm sensitive to whatever they do, or it's once you dig it up and somebody wanted to get rid of it right away. And I suspect it's the latter, personally. But yeah, they're just passing them around.
That we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you guys have this fixation on discovering the unknown, but finding new places to settle, mining new minerals, that's the unknown. That is the unknown for a lot of people. Legwork never pays off quite the way you expect. It kind of, after mining, I'm inclined to disagree based on what I've already come across in so little time. Yeah, it does seem, I'm excited, my first mission. No, it's a good chance to learn a little bit more about who we're dealing with here.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Got it. You and me until we get that artifact. There's some things I want to do on my own for a little bit. Yeah, that's actually a really good question. I mean, seems pretty generous what you gave me before, but I don't know if that's just sort of to get me involved. It worked, and that smile, you probably know it works, that smile on your face. But let me just say, that's not it, right?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
I didn't want to seem like I'm ungrateful. Yeah, you didn't really like that, did you? I'm not ungrateful for everything you've done. No, it's just, honestly, I kind of just don't want to owe you anything, if that makes any sense. You pay me, and I bring you do the job that you ask, and it's very clean, it's very cut and dry, it's more black and white, which I think is more my forte. Honestly, if you're gonna follow me around New Atlantis, you could maybe give me a bit more of a rundown. I definitely don't want to take off on that ship by myself again. That much is absolutely for certain, and I really don't know my way around, so sure.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
You mean I don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught? No, yeah, it does. This is what I was saying about Barrett giving me the... So the ship is mine. The ship and Vasco is now mine. Do I need to reprogram him? Or he's just... Barrett already did that. His programming says relinquish command if somebody says some keywords or something. No, it does. Giving me the ship, yeah, it does a little bit.
Those are the rules. Advance humanity's knowledge to the best of your ability. As long as you do that, I'm not here to judge you. Now, let's you and I get over to Mast.
I guess I'm just not used to working in a trade. I'm just not
We've
used
always
to
considered
this type of...
explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, remember Pandora's box. You guys seem very knowledgeable about a lot of things.
We need to talk to John Tuala in Mast.
Yeah, and I see you kind of bobbing, you're itching to go, but how did you know?
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done.
He's at the mining outpost. He should be
Honestly,
fine.
He took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
What does he want out of it? Everybody... If I've learned anything in my time in the settled systems, it's that everybody always wants something. Can I ask a couple questions?
Sure, go ahead.
I think it's better, before we start traveling, it's better if you seem to be very eager to answer questions about yourself. That's good. Keep that smile on your face, although probably going to ask something you don't. Do you have any religious belief? Let's not poke that far right now. Do you do anything besides explore?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation.
So no board games,
That being
no
said,
cards?
I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us.
Noelle is right behind
Before
me.
I graduated from school, I was in a band. And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band.
Oh,
We called
Sarah.
ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
I never learned to play an instrument, but seeing you reflect on it makes me completely regret No, I did kind of mostly the tech club and the robotics club and those sorts of things, and yeah, I see your smile fading. Oh, yeah, okay.
Apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years?
How
Well,
did you
let's
get that
see.
position?
I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital.
Good, thanks for that.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's almost as if you thought I would ask more. So will you wait here? You're going to follow me no matter
No
what.
problem.
No, you will wait. Okay, interesting. Sorry.
It's you and me from here out.
And if I tell you to...
Let's finish what we've started. before
Yeah,
we
gotcha,
go our
gotcha.
separate ways.
Yeah, I understand. I just wanted to
My contact is in Vanguard recruiting.
test the boundaries.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's get moving.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
It could use a little bit more personality, but
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
okay. Do you miss? Yeah. Do you?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Yeah. Now your job is to support and protect me. Is that a question or a statement? Yeah, I guess you really are. You have personality to you, but honestly, you're still a robot, and gotta keep that in mind. I'm glad you take your job seriously.
My methods of achieving my primary goals are dictated solely by my programming, and are not subject to the same whims as humans. Even if I wished it, I could not approach it any other way. Also, I am incapable of wishing.
But not incapable of a little bit of sarcasm, it would seem. Yeah, what do you mean by outpost development?
The exploration
Why would I do that?
An unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Okay, I can just get resources without having to do any of the work. I just build a machine to do it for. Vasco, I like your thinking. How do I know if they have resources?
A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
And the advanced okay, so I need to do a little bit of work on my own. The scanner unfortunately can't do everything, which I've already kind of figured that out a little bit from our excursion on Creep, but you say advanced structures.
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
And we're not talking about some sci-fi ridiculous teleporter type sharing, right? It's gonna be getting someone to pilot a ship back and forth. Yeah, I could
The blueprints
try it.
you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Useful. I could use you on my crew. Can I put you on the ship?
Captain Allen, I will proceed to my assigned post.
What is your assigned post? Manage your crew, review and change their assignments between your ships and outposts. Different crew have different skills. Interesting. So I can have 2 crew members on the Frontier. Change Vasco's assignment to Frontier. Yeah, let's put him on board. And you're unassigned. We could put you on the Frontier as well. Wow, astrodynamics and lasers, leadership, and botany a little bit. Interesting. So will this... You're my follower right now, so I don't want you... Or you're following me. So I don't necessarily want you... Are you following me?
We need to talk to John. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Are you following? You don't seem to be following me. Okay, there we go. And you know how to crouch! Oh, you're instantly more... Don't tell Vasco he's right here. What is back here exactly? Am I okay to explore through here, Sarah? Oh. God, Sarah? I haven't been down here. Okay. So I don't need to go into Constellation mission mode. Right! Right! Somebody said they were mission research lab. Do I have... I had 2 things in progress. Can I finish this? Yeah. Oh, amino acid. Where would I find amino acids? I do have overflow, remaining progress. Research progress overflow will be just... Okay, nice. So I did have amino acids? It said I had none in inventory, but because we had extra antimicrobacterial, that breaks down into amino acids, I suppose. Interesting, interesting. So we've completed medical treatment. Wonderful. And what exactly? Discover how to create antibiotic paste and infused bandages at a pharmaceutical lab. Interesting. Okay, this is amp and red. This will allow us to create Anagelsic poultice and Boudica. And I can't do that yet because I don't know exactly how. And we have helmet mods. I was researching helmet mods as well. I don't suppose... No, I don't have any more polymers. And then I could research a little bit for weaponry, including Barrel Mods 1. I could already research Barrel Mods 1. I have more than enough. Okay, so it seems as though if the components I put in have additional uses, we can use it for both at the same time. So we've researched Barrel Mods 1. Wonderful. And can I do grip and stock mods as well? Okay, I'm gonna be brutally honest. I have no idea how having extra aluminum gave us extra nickel, but listen, I'll take it. Put in some sealant, and there we go. Grip and stock mods 1. Can I finish all of these? Chloryl silanes. If we put in... Yeah, not quite sure exactly how that's working. But it's working! There we go! Alright, we've done quite a bit there. Pharmacology. I guess we could start researching this as well. Argon. Okay, wonderful. Enhancement 1. We could now make an amp and red trench at pharmaceutical labs. Wonderful. We might as well keep going, right? Just keep... No, we can't do old earth cuisine. But we can start fiber. We got some spice from this, and we have the water. We can make alien tonic, yellow giant splash, boba alien tea at a cooking station. And I don't suppose... Okay, now what we're missing is some spice. But we have research in progress there. And now outpost development. Vasco suggests that we do how to construct garden mini-bot, sanitation mini-bot, and engineering robots. Yes, and we could definitely do this. So this is all of the scrap I've been picking up are allowing us. We can't do robots 2. Decoration 1, we have no structural. Is there going to be overflow? A little bit. A little bit of overflow. Again, really don't understand how that's working. And we can only have one research project at a time. Yes, so... Or can we do multiple? If I start this... Okay, can we top it off with enough sealant? Yes, we can, and that's still at 50%. Alright, so we have manufacturing 1. Discover how to make simple fabricators, small warehouse modules, intersystem cargo links. Probably should have just seen what I could do. Weaponry, I can't do any more research here. And I can't do any more research here. But all in all... Oh, you're doing your own thing. You're not impressed at all. That's totally fine. Okay, can I make anything at this cooking station then? Quite a bit, mind you. But I don't nearly have the resources to do so. Unfortunately. So we could become a little bit of a chef here if we wanted to. And the industrial workbench, is this... Oh, is that... So if the things that we need are craftable, is that how it works? And if we have the resources to craft them, for example, if we needed an austenitic manifold, and we had these pieces, the overflow would allow... Or for example, this adaptive frame. We have the iron, we have the aluminum, and therefore if something required adaptive frames, that's where the overflow would come into play without needing to go to both workbenches. Weapon, yes, yes, so we've gotten the new modifications. Can we do a standard barrel? This already has a long barrel. Actually, I don't know if I'm really caught up for that type of crafting. I know the mission board is there, but what else do we have? Because you guys, the lodge, toxin 3, nobody's, you're not even looking. Whose room would... Oh god, okay, no, I was just looking around. Forever Human, 2 dates for Darla. Plushie Star Pal. Plushie Cuddleosaur. I don't suspect a Cuddleosaur is exactly something we'll actually run into while we're exploring space, yeah? Bathroom. I don't need the toilet just now. And anything else in here? The well. Oh, okay, so there's an entrance to the lodge via the well. Good to note. And then... Oh, Sarah, what do I need to do to get this spacesuit? That looks really, really cool, actually. Could you imagine me in that? I certainly can. Alright, so just a little bit of a storage room. Yep. Okay, cool. So we've gotten the, we've gotten a lay of the land. We understand exactly how Constellation works. What is this mission board? Locate conductor in Gunaboo. Holy payouts! We'll be able to buy that ship in no time. Locate emerging tectonics in Eridani. Locate psychotropic biota. Locate sonorous lithosphere in Alpha. Survey Cassiopeia. We're looking for an experienced explorer to survey Cassiopeia. Payment will be automatically accredited into your account. Locate... Let's see. We're looking for an experienced explorer to locate a planet with sonorous lithosphere in the Alpha Tyrna system. This may require surveying multiple planets within the system. Okay, so when you say survey, you mean getting off your ship, landing, and finding out what's there. We're looking for an experienced explorer to locate a planet with continual conductor in the Gunaboo system. Okay, so most of these require... This one requires a full survey, but it's only paying 7,000 credits. Let's take... A mission to locate a planet trait is the most challenging. You'll need to search an entire solar system. Oh, I see. Locate planets in the target system that have traits. This is indicated at the bottom of a planet on the star map. Unsurveyed planets will all have unknown. So not only do we need to... so that's why this one pays a little bit less. Yeah, not only do we need to survey an entire planet, we're going to have to survey multiple entire planets. I understand. Okay, let's take this one as well. This is a bit of an easier job. Planet survey missions. Planet survey progress is shown on the planet's info card on the star map, and also in the scanner when on a planet's surface. For planets without life, scanning a planet from orbit may be enough to complete it, but most require you to land and explore a bit more thoroughly. Alright, let's stick to 2 for now. I'm sure we can really enjoy getting out there and exploring the stars and all that mumbo jumbo, but it seems to be a lot of work for very little payout. Yeah. And also, it's nighttime. Sarah, would you mind if we actually had a... Mind you, it might be interesting to explore a little bit at night. And I have you... Oh, Vasco, are you going off on your own?
Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
I'm gonna pretend that never happened. So you are armed with the pistol, so honestly, if anything happens, we'll be good to go.
Checking your record. Industrialist? That a fancy name for corporate asshole?
No, well, no, that is... Checking your tag, UC Security. That a fancy name for...
I think I got them,
certificate to be a douche?
Quartz? Yeah, I got quartz.
Authorization? Certified? It's completely unnecessary. Vasca, where are you off to, exactly? Where are we off to? We... Unknown.
Zeroing in on anything useful?
Yes, actually. Structures that are somehow unknown. I guess people really don't want to explore the outside of Jemison. They just sort of stay where it's safe in New Atlantis. Which, honestly, I don't blame them. Reliant Medical... Yeah, I'd rather go there than that clinic we saw in the well. So this is all part of Mass District, yes? And where exactly is our objective taking us? Talk to Sarah's contact, but where? In the commercial district? Okay, so we don't need to use the tram system to get around, do we? We could actually just walk in some cases? Because this is the residential district, which I haven't been here before.
You gotta let her go. We got the other children. Grandkids, too.
But Sheila had such fire in her. She could have been anything.
I miss her, too. After the accident.
Sarah?
Mercy, she
She ran extra day, too. That would have been the blessing.
Sarah? Hey, listen.
Colin, I miss my Sheila every day.
Yeah, I
My
just wanted to...
husband's never been the same since our daughter passed.
I'm sorry
I
to...
think we're still recovering from the colony.
Oh, gotcha. I understand. The colony war took a lot from people. Apparently, including just talking about it will make Sarah... Oh, where did you come from? Hello, citizen. This is the hotel, is it? If I didn't have a place to stay at the lodge, which is just a top skip and a jump away.
Stop, Apollo. My favorite. And we can afford it. Mercury is much cheaper. Got the mortgage approval signed and ready with Gold Bank. Apollo's got the best view of the city.
Apartments,
And it's
okay.
closer to Nat. Like by 30 feet. Like I said, it's closer.
Okay, alright, so we can buy real estate here. Which would be nice to have our own place, even though Constellation open 49 hours. CJ's. What is CJ's? Hello, welcome. You should be saying that to me. Food store, convenience store? Yes, okay. You might have...
Life in New Atlantis moves pretty fast. I do my best to keep up.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit about
Are
it?
you kidding me? Nowhere else like it in the settled systems. First time I came here as a kid, I knew I was gonna come back and make my mark on this city. Nowhere I'd rather be. And now that I've got this place up and running, it's all coming together.
Gotcha. Oh, this is your
Thanks for
business
stopping
then.
in. I can always use the business.
Yeah, I'll come back to your convenience store later. Just I don't need any food right now, but that's nice to see. He's living his dream. I guess that's really what this whole place is about. Is not that I didn't know that already, but it's coming out and seeing and realizing.
It's nothing like an afternoon.
It could be anything though. It could be Athena Tower. Is there houses for sale here as well? Are there? Athena Tower apartment. Yeah, I don't need to go check out every single apartment building possible, but your dream could be anything. It could be what Constellation is doing, or it could be just starting your own business. Centurion Arsenal, weapons dealer. All of this in the residential district? Whoa. Okay, hello. You are an incredibly useful thing. Look at all of... What is that one? Oh, these are all ballistic though, isn't it? Is that a coachman? A fancy coachman? No, that's definitely different. Yes, and this is the, Solace? Is that what it's called?
There's nothing that ensures personal safety and security the way a firearm can.
Exactly what I would expect a firearm salesman
Welcome
to say.
Centurion Arsenal. It is my absolute pleasure to assist you with any purchases or questions you may have. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly be pleased with your purchase.
Just
you have my word.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure I will. You take this all pretty yeah, what do you have for sale?
I'm sure we can find something that suits you.
Take a look at your prices, realistically speaking. This is the Coachman. I already have one of those. An arc welder. Marksman A99. Perhaps I should give physical weapons, ballistic weapons, a bit more of a go, because honestly, I feel like I'm missing out a bit. Missing out on classics. Yeah, you have some cool future tech, but suppressed. You could suppress a coachman. Yeah, you have some cool future tech, but honestly, this just seems... Well, it has a little bit of touch of modern mixed with some classic, and maybe even that tiny little bit of time I've spent in the lodge has made me kind of respect what you guys have going on. You seem bored out of your mind. This is... Yeah, I don't blame you. It's about like me hanging out with Vasco in a robotics parts store. I'd lose my gourd 1,000%. More Mercury Tower. Yes, so that's what they were talking about. They said Mercury is a little bit closer. Nice tiny playground? Is that?
Oh, that movie was epic. Definitely better than the last Interceptor.
But why did they replace the handler? I thought the actress was amazing.
She turned him down. She apparently signed on to do some Shakespeare film. King
Shakespeare.
Lear.
They're still showing Shakespeare.
How many damned versions of Shakespeare do we need?
I'm kind of on your side.
Hates King Lear. Why bother, right?
Huh? You have hidden depths, my friend.
No, but she has a good point. Why are we still doing... Just, we don't need more versions of Shakespeare. Oh, it is a little playground. That's very fun. There's some kids hanging out in the middle of the night. I guess is a bit weird, but no weirder than me strolling around in the middle of the night as well. You have a cape on. Fashion... Fashion definitely has really reached the pinnacle. I don't think it could get any better. I mean, sure, I'm wearing this, which is practical, but I could definitely use a bit of a nicer outfit. And then you have Pioneer. So everybody just lives in apartments. There's no real houses in New Atlantis. Yeah, it's all just sort of apartment buildings and Reliant Medical Pioneer Tower. Yeah, we could take the tram system to go to... Our quest is in Mast District, so I say let's go to Mast. I don't understand what would cause people to want to only exclusively live in apartment buildings, though. You'd think that the idea, you're getting twitchy. Okay, I get it. You're getting twitchy. You want to get to your contact.
To go all in. I don't want to waste my time struggling to get to middle management.
Really? I wouldn't do that.
Certainly do a good job keeping the place clean, though, and yet I haven't seen a single cleaning bot anywhere. Perhaps we should visit the Armistice Archive. Anything with the word archive does sound a bit interesting, but we also have the House Faroon Embassy, which, mind you, that's a citizen. What is that? Commercial district is that way. We don't want to go to the commercial district, but where exactly are these things pointing to? Where? Left, Armistice Archive, Freestar Embassy, and where do I need to go? Oh, there! Oh, of course, the gigantic building right behind where the masked subway takes you. But I'm kind of curious about House Faroon. I don't suspect that that would be their embassy, would it?
I don't know if you've heard, but my sister started her own homestead.
Really?
Wow. You must be so
Okay, so
She's so amazing. Her only flaw is she keeps me look.
in memory, oh, here it starts. In memory of the brave service members of the United Colonies who gave their lives in the Colony War, these 30 represent the more than 30,000 who fought and died for freedom, honor, and order.
Memorial to those lost during the Colony War. Your consideration is requested. Please be aware that those around you may be grieving.
Yeah, I understand. And Sarah, I think that means not stepping on people's names. Oh, this is a realty office. There's the Freestar Collective. That's gonna be House Faroon over there, isn't it? Realty. And how much do apartments in New Atlantis go for these days exactly?
Zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. You see citizens.
Okay, you need to be a citizen.
Never a better time than right now to settle down and make New Atlantis home.
Okay.
If you're a citizen, of course.
Yeah, nope. Alright, we'll have to stop by later then, but... Alright, let's check out, before we go to Mast, I know Mast is incredibly important.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Yeah, it's hard to keep every single thing. Investigate brownouts in the well. I don't think I want to spend any more...
Stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay our respects.
Sentimental, are we? I didn't lose anybody in the Colony War, did you? I mean, we can go back for a bit if you want. I don't have a problem with just a moment of silence for those. I mean, 30,000 people's... Sarah Morgan, is someone here? Pierce, Fane, is someone here? Morgan, O'Rourke, no. Marsh, Mancuso, Magellan.
Tolerate the theft of any nearby objects.
I am not stealing anything. Okay, we'll give a moment of silence, I suppose. Okay, Sarah had her moment. I don't know if there's a deeper story there, but... I have no idea what 90% of those are. B&E, I do know. Freestar Collective Embassy. Yes, so you guys do have an embassy here in the United...
Hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
Yeah, you seem very sentimental about it, though. I guess it's probably...
Nobody sees the ambassador without an appointment, and you don't have one.
Okay, can I get
no
an appointment?
Loitering.
Okay, no loitering. I understand. Alright, no seeing the ambassador. He's much too important. I gotta say, though, Freestar Collective, I do like their iconography. It is a lot better. No disrespect to United Colonies, but they seem to understand a bit more style. They seem to understand a bit more flair. Rally behind that symbol, not just a gigantic U and a gigantic C.
Exactly. It's like...
And this is House Rune, is it?
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last.
History is doomed to repeat itself, unless we learn from it.
No, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes.
Oh, you're that universal sanctorum.
Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
Yes.
There's so many mysteries in the universe, so many unknowns that I try to help out others.
You guys are part of that universal sanctorum or sanctor universe, right? They want to go explore the stars for God?
Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universe?
No, not I think if God wanted to be found, it's not something that's ever crossed my... Yeah, I don't want what you're selling.
I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's just that this is an exciting time for our church. We're growing every day, and if you're interested, we'd love to talk with you. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity.
I do not.
I'm wondering,
no.
Would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church?
Thank
Maybe
you.
All they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort. Of course.
Yeah. I'm. Why not reach out to them yourself? Yeah.
Well, that's why. We want to keep growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already...
Right, and they're not going to be suspicious of the stranger that...
A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning. And you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves.
No, so here's what's going to happen. I seemingly can't leave. You are going to send a stranger, and either they'll think you're a coward for not going there yourself to ask for the follow-up, or they're going to think I'm a total weirdo. Get that smirk off your face. I'm not doing it.
All right. If you change your minds, come back to me.
I will do. See, maybe it's that smile that was off-putting people a little bit, yeah? Because that was massively uncomfortable.
Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess.
Yeah, you want to believe. You want to believe. I get it. Listen, don't question people's religion. Everyone's entitled to believe what they want. I feel as though if there was a God, right, he wouldn't have us work this hard to find him. He would make himself more presentable. He would showcase, and you could argue that sure, well, this is all part of God establishing this colony so that we can reach him. That's exactly what.
I had this grav jump once, and I don't know, I felt something. Thought it was crazy.
Probably the G-force. Probably the G-force that you might have been going through. I really just want to find where this House Varun is, though.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy.
Oh.
I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Wait, so you support them? And we can't... Oh, this is... Okay, well, I've been looking for all this time for an abandoned building. I'm not certainly going to jump this wall while you're around, but... It's not that hard to scale that little itty bitty. Although I'm assuming if they were smart, they probably have that place under lock and key, yeah? Okay, let's go back to... There's so bloody much to explore here. And we just poked our head into the well. Who's saying that? Reusion Industry. Join. Are you work for Reusion? The most advanced.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Reusion Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology.
No, I already seemingly have a job, don't I? It involves surveying planets, at least for now. And that, I don't really have much corporate oversight. My boss gives me a lot of leeway. They let me do what I really want. And there's a news station.
They were going to give our son to a different family. We made it back just in time.
He's quite something, our Bobby, isn't he?
You're...
Finally back with our son.
Bobby mentioned he met you. He's had quite the adventure.
Oh, you found...
Hey, it's you again.
You found it. Yeah, I see you've met your new step-parents. Good to see ya.
You too. These are my parents. I told everyone they just got on a different shuttle, but nobody would listen. We're just exploring New Atlantis. We have a new
totally believed.
This place is amazing. Anyway, it was nice to see you again. Maybe I'll see you around. And don't forget my birthday. It's June 11th.
If I'm
finally back with our son, that's all
that
matters.
Yeah, listen.
Got out of that base
He did not lose faith in either of you. Credit to that kid. I don't know if it's sort of maternal instinct, but in reverse. You know, you just can feel. But
they were gonna give our son to a different family.
Yeah, I was there. That is
back just in time.
I mean, I wasn't in the situation where I would honestly... I'm already lost.
You know,
check. Rifle. Already stowed. Fuel. Both ship and generator. Waiting in the cargo hold. All right, then...
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems. And they like to use old abandoned facilities as outposts.
Oh, we're back on... Okay, I see where we are now. Okay, I think I'm getting a lay of the land. We crossed by here. What direction? Excuse me. I'd like to report a crime, please. There seems to be a really... Can I... Just... Sarah, do you want to help a bit? Just... Oh, God, yes... Might not be as safe as I thought it was here.